So recently, Nancy Pelosi, who is a representative of California's 11th Congressional District, just came out and admitted that she was a Draco Reptilian. The truth is, since we're in an age of awakening, everything's now coming out and being revealed to the public. It's gonna be a very hard pill to swallow when people realize that some of their favorite celebrities, entertainers, and athletes were actually Draco Reptilians from the Alpha Draconis star constellation. Since we're out of the Piscean age and now entering the age of Aquarius, their time is now running out. And they're the same ones that subjugated this realm. They actually created the ice wall. They're the ones that's responsible for the chemtrails. They're responsible for fluoridating the water, the genetically modified organisms. They've been trying to suppress us because they fear our 12-strand genetic template being reactivated. They know that the sun is rewriting us. Soon the whole world is going to realize what's been actually hidden from us for centuries. The ones you thought were demons that exist in a whole nother realm actually exist right here in front of us. They're your athletes, they're your politicians, and they're your celebrities that's actually wearing skin suits and really extraterrestrial biological entities this whole time. Now what they don't want you to know is that this whole time we've been actually caught in the midst of a galactic war. This is what the Bible is making mention of in things like the Mahabharata, when they talk about angels and demons and these winged entities. These are higher dimensional extraterrestrial biological entities that vibrate on a high resonance and operate out of the heart chakra. And then you have your low vibrational ones, your low vibrational extraterrestrial biological entities that are actually parasitic in nature, all right? The good ones we typically refer to as angels, and the bad ones we typically refer to as demons. I'm not here to debate semantics with anyone, this is fact. Now, the fact of the matter is, you stem from cosmic royalty. A lot of us stem from cosmic royalty, but once we actually enter this third dimensional plane of existence, our memories get erased by the moon, which is a draconian satellite that's been hollowed out with observatories, as well as the Black Knight satellite, which is 13,000-year-old extraterrestrial technology that's actually floating near our moon. I recommend you to look up the Black Knight satellite. However, this galactic war has now reached its conclusion, cosmic family, and we won. There's just a few things that's being cleaned up on this third dimensional plane, all right? Once we reach a certain level of frequency and consciousness, we're going to completely see everything get broke off. There's some individuals that are going to be tethered to this third dimensional plane, and others that are going to completely shift into a 5-dimensional way of thinking and a 5-dimensional consciousness. I already see the shift taking place. And again, a lot of you fought in this galactic war, but just don't remember it. I actually remember going to war with the dark shadow government. Those that have a decalcified pineal gland, that are using the proper herbs and are actually fasting, connecting with nature, grounding and sun gazing, actually have memories of their galactic excursions. When we talk about heaven versus hell, heaven is your higher self, your higher consciousness. This is why they calcify the pineal gland and feed you bioengineered, genetically modified organisms for the sole purpose of keeping you in hell, entrenched in the flesh, and locked in your root chakra, aka the R complex, which is the reptilian brain stuck in fight or flight. The reason they attack the pineal gland and try to rewrite our DNA is because the pineal gland is the cosmic gateway to higher dimensional realms, and your DNA is your access point to the Akashic records, which is the scholastic library of infinite cosmic data. This is why it's very important that you purge and cleanse your avatar. Once you begin to utilize parasite cleanses, all right? I told you the sweet wormwood, black walnut, and whole cloves are the 3 best ingredients that not only kill parasites, cosmic family, but they'll also eradicate their eggs. When you begin to incorporate things like chlorophyll, because our bodies are very closely related to vegetation, at that point you have the ability of actually co-polymerizing with the ionized particles that's being emitted from the sun. The dual action chlorophyll system is a very powerful package that I have available on Holistic Remedies. Chlorophyll is the substance responsible for giving plants its green pigment, and it's something that is very great for binding. It's going to bind the toxic metals as well as the microplastics due to an organic fat substance called mycelium that literally wraps around unwanted nutrients that transport them out of your blood. The reason I push chlorophyll so much is because chlorophyll is very synonymous to human hemoglobin. If you actually analyze the sacred geometry under a high-power microscope, you're going to see they're exactly the same, all right? This is why the more chlorophyll you consume, the more you build up your blood and remove the toxins in order to properly handle and transmute and copolymerize ultraviolet radiation. We already received the strongest solar storm that we had in 2 decades, and personally, I feel like we ain't seen nothing yet. I feel like we're gonna get that great solar flash that's bigger than an 1859 Keratin event pretty soon that's gonna completely destabilize the electromagnetic grid. This is why these reptilians are very desperate and they're trying everything in their power to distract us. Because the more we're paying attention, the more we're focusing our ashe on what we should be, the more we actually dematerialize the matrix illusion and completely collapse it. This is why I don't worry about none of the stuff that they're showing us. All of the Epstein files, Palm Beach Pete, everything they're showing us with these celebrities and the gossip and all of that is all for the purpose of keeping us from looking inside of ourselves and keep us looking outside of ourselves. It's very important that we begin utilizing the proper elixirs to heal the DNA. Again, the DNA is the access point to the Akashic records. I recommend things like Ormus, which is an orbitally rearranging monatomic element composed of gold, platinum, and iridium, and it's phenomenal for mitochondrial biosynthesis. I recommend utilization of things like PQQ, aka pyroquinoline, which is known for mitochondrial biogenesis and age reversal, all right? I recommend things like carbon-60. Carbon-60 is actually 160 times more potent than vitamin C and is composed of condensed shungite. It's a very effective antioxidant that eliminates free radicals by raising glutathione. Neurobrain and Focus is a very powerful brain boosting supplement that's composed of dimethylaminoethanol, aka DMAE, Bacopa minori, also known as Brahmi, which is associated with Brahma, the Hindu deity of universal consciousness and creation, and it's also associated with vitamin B12, rhodiola rosea, which is an adaptogenic, and ginkgo biloba, which is also phenomenal for healing and restoration of damaged neurons, all right? Grab yourself a bottle of Neurobrain and Focus. This is something that I highly recommend and that I've been using. The bioengineered genetically modified organisms is the reason why there's so many NPCs, not to mention the chemtrails, the fluoridated water. They're actually converting individuals into non-playable characters, which is something that has been conducted and studied by the CIA, aka the Central Intelligence Agency. We need to take our planet back, and we have to start first by cleansing ourselves. The more we cleanse ourselves and decalcify that pineal gland, the more we secrete healthy melanin. Melanin, again, is the cosmic computer that facilitates the interior and exterior portions of us anatomically. These draconians know the more we raise in frequency, the more we completely collapse and expose their deception. For all high quality herbs and metaphysical products for spiritual elevation, click the link in my bio and visit Holistic Remedies, your extension to Ascension.